Wubba-lubba-dub-dub, motherfuckers. What is going on, everyone? It is I, everyone's favorite jack of all trades with the foul mouth, Commodore Urban. And the reason why I specifically said that fucking that way, because I've been having more people watching my videos saying, oh, you curse too damn much and shit, and blah blah blah, you shouldn't curse so much. Listen, I've given y'all a fucking warning at the beginning of the video. Jack of all trades with the foul mouth. That's your fucking warning that this video is going to have language in it. Ain't like I can just say, due to the graphic language of this program, viewer discretion is advised. Well, fuck, I said it, so there you go. For you guys out there, whatever, if you don't want to watch my content, fuck off, I do it for the people that want to watch, so there you have it. Anyway, with that ranting out of the fucking way, hope you guys are doing well and shit, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As you guys can see, I have my 1 to 535th scale model of the USS Wisconsin, which is an Iowa-class battleship, and you guys can probably see right behind me two books, Battleship New Jersey, Illustrated History, and Battleship Arizona, Illustrated History, both by Paul Stillwell. Well, we are reviewing another one of Paul Stillwell's books, and it is on an Iowa-class battleship, and it is about the mighty Mo herself. Battleship Missouri, an illustrated history by Paul Stillwell. Anyway, 50 years after the end of World War II comes the first complete history of the USS Missouri, site of the Japanese surrender on September the 2nd, 1945. This book traces the story of the Missouri, the last of the U.S. Navy's 57 battleships, and the most technologically advanced from keel-laying in 1941, during the ship's successful participation in the Persian Gulf in 1991. Author Paul Stillwell was on the Missouri's final voyage to Hawaii shortly before decommissioning in 1992 and interviewed Desert Storm veterans still on board. Subsequently, he talked to dozens of other men who served on the Missouri's crew during her long and illustrious career. Combining those interviews, more than 100 altogether, holy shit, that's a lot of fucking people, with records in the Naval Historical Center, National Archives, the Harry S. Truman Library, and other repositories, Stillwell has produced an engrossing portrait of the ship and her crew. Readers have a sense of being right on board as history is being made in World War II. They are also treated to an up-close view of the 1946 trip to the Mediterranean that planted the seed for the Sixth Fleet, President Truman's involvement with the ship, the Korean War, the midshipman cruises, the warship's modernization in the 1980s after a long period of mothballs, an around-the-world cruise, and finally her presence in the Persian Gulf. Among the many fascinating stories to be found here is the tale of a midshipman who gained a personal audience with Winston Churchill during a 1949 cruise to England, a crew member's description of winning a $1 million state lottery, an account of President Truman lifting a ban on drinking so he can enjoy his bourbon while visiting the Missouri, an explanation of why the ship just missed participating in the invasion of Ishan, Korea, and a Japanese participant's reaction to General Douglas MacArthur's speech at the surrender ceremony. Some 370 photographs enhance that narrative to give the readers a complete picture of the mighty Mo. And holy fuck, this is an awesome book. Absolutely amazing fucking book. And when we open it up, of course, we are greeted with this really awesome photograph of the Missouri sitting in the Hudson River. As you can see, it's during Fleet Week, because her name was painted on the side of her hull. And here are the contents of the book. The preface, acknowledgments, Chapter 1, Birth of the Battleship, Chapter 2, Victory and Combat, Chapter 3, The Surrender, Chapter 4, Homecoming, Chapter 5, Post-War Diplomat, Chapter 6, Training Ship, Chapter 7, Aground, Chapter 8, Korean War Begins, Chapter 9, Midshipmen and More Korea, Chapter 10, A Long Farewell, Chapter 11, Mothballs, Chapter 12, Around the World, Chapter 13, With the Fleet Again, Chapter 14, Desert Storm, and Chapter 15, The Last Battleship, along with some chronological notes, sources, and other shit. And when I say this is an absolutely fucking amazing book, I greatly do mean it is a fucking amazing book. Well, where do I fucking begin? Well, I actually learned about this book from my buddy Ben over at the Midwest Model Shop, because he had I think it was the softback version of this book as he was building his model of the Missouri around the signing of the surrender documents and shit. And that was a version I fucking wanted, but then I went, like I said, my sister bought this for me as a birthday present, and it was the original first edition, which I don't mind because it's hard as fuck. I like hardback books better. And there's a lot of neat pictures in here, and like I said, a lot of great information regarding the ship. Lots of amazing photographs that would definitely be helpful with model making. No matter what era you're building the Mighty Mo in, this fucking book will definitely help you out. I think there's one other book that would be a good fucking reference source for information, and it was Battleship Missouri, the USS Missouri, about Legacy of a Battleship, which is written by the same guy that wrote the Arizona book. I think it's Ingo Barenboff, or fucking whatever the hell his name is. But anyway, this takes you through a very detailed history summary of the ship from being built, launched, christened, fitted out, through all the participation that she took during, the surrendering documents, which I think I can find those pictures right here. There's some of the pictures of the surrendering right there. Here's a fucking diagram that shows exactly how everything was planned out for the surrender. And that's where everything happened, right there on this deck. Which is a really fucking cool thing to happen later on. See? Like I said, lots and lots of amazing photographs. And there's signing the paperwork. General MacArthur said after this, it was all done, he said, and so be it. These proceedings are over, and so be it. So, that's what Missouri looked like at the time, though. Man, she, like I said, she was fucking rough. But then again, though, war is hell, and war looks like shit. Anyway, when Missouri got home or whatever, they actually put on her deck in that spot a surrender plaque that actually explained that was exactly where World War II came to an end. And today, on the Missouri in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, that plaque is still in place for people to take a look at. Because the way it is, Arizona's memorial's over here, and like right over here is the Missouri, because the Arizona is the start of the war for us, and the Missouri fucking ended it for us. So, throughout this book, there's a lot of great little stories and little funny tidbits and stuff of Navy life. And not just fucking Navy life, but just life on board the Mighty Mo, including a little incident that happened in January 1950 when the ship ran into shoal water and she was stuck for several days until finally they had to lighten the ship up, and with lots of tugs they yanked her ass off of the pier. And that's the damage that was caused by an old anchor. And also the intakes and stuff on the bottom of the ship sucked in a bunch of sand and weeds and shit, and really fucked up the ship's service equipment. But the ship, like I said, she was used in the Korean War, and of course after Korea she actually had a very long time in mothballs, which there's this really neat picture here shows, and from April of 45 when the Zeke slammed into the side of the ship. That indention is where the fucking propeller hit, and that indention is where the wing hit. And those indentions are still in the fucking hull today when you look at it in Pearl Harbor too. And of course, there's a picture of her. She's going to be towed to Long Beach for revitalization and reviving. And of course, she became a brand new ship right there. I would love to build a model of the Missouri in this configuration. And to me, it's got a really nice fucking kit. And I get some aftermarket shit and all that or whatnot in hell and do it. And of course, it goes into the the shipment training and stuff. And of course, with her being in the fleet again, and of course, the story about Cher doing her now infamous music video of If I Could Turn Back Time. And if you guys do wonder, the gun that she sat on was the center gun of #1. It says it in the book. I watched the music video and yeah, it's pretty risque. Honestly, very fucking risque and shit. But, and of course, the Desert Storm, that was the last mission the ship fired. Of course, see, stenciled artwork on the fucking turrets and shit. And of course it talks about them, and of course it talks about them mothballing the ship. This book was published and written before they moved her to Pearl Harbor and set up as a museum ship, so it doesn't have none of that fucking information in here. Be nice if it was. And lots of information about all the movements she did, including a lot of nice photographs. And finally, there's some really awesome line drawings of the ship from 1944, 1945, that's 45, 51, 53, and 1991. That's the last configuration ever, was from 91. Another view over on the inside on 91, and all this and that. So, what do I think about this book? It's an absolutely fucking must if you love U.S. Navy ships, you love battleships, you love warships in general, and you want a really interesting fucking book on a very, very famous warship, because she's the world's most best known battleship other than Arizona. So, because this is where World War II fucking ended for us, was on her decks. It's an absolutely amazing fucking book. Paul Stilwell did an amazing job documenting the ship when she was even sailing in her prime, before she was mothballed and laid up for the last fucking time. So I give this book 2 fucking thumbs up. 5 stars, man. Absolutely amazing read. I love it. So there you have it, guys. That is my review of the book Battleship Missouri, or Battleship Missouri, An Illustrated History by Paul Stilwell. And if you have any questions or comments about anything, leave them in the fucking comment section below and I'll get back with you. And as always, if you're new to the channel and you like the shit I fucking do, hit that fucking subscribe button, hit that damn notification bell. Never miss a video from yours truly ever again. And until next time, this is Commodore Urban saying that smooth seas and clear skies. Happy sailing with you. God bless you all. Take care, stay safe, be yourselves. And Jesus and the good Lord love you all very much. And let's go Brandon, fuck Joe Biden in Trump 2024, baby. Yeah.